Hello. Good evening to the people in the UK. Yes, it is me. This time, 10 p.m. in the evening, but it is about 5 o'clock EST time, and my beautiful guest that's joining me is based in Memphis. So it's 4 o'clock that time, and I'm here now for another Who Am I series. Yes, I'm absolutely enjoying this. It's been absolutely amazing doing this. And tonight I have a really special guest all the way from Memphis. He's a fashion designer. He's been in the industry for about 7 years now and created some beautiful pieces. He's done the New York Fashion Week. He's done Chicago Fashion Week and Magic City Fashion Week, which is in Alabama. So he's incredible and love his stuff. It's really detailed, very silk and very pretty, amazing. So I'm really excited. I'm waiting for people to join. Little by little, they're joining. Very talented gentleman. And yeah, I'm really excited to hear all about him. Hello, Luxury Light. Luxury Life joined in. So how are you all doing? I hope you're all well. Yeah, that's it really. So I thought I'd dress up a little bit, put on a lovely turban. When you're with a fashion designer, you want to make sure you look the part. So yeah, I'm just waiting for him to join. I'm just waiting for other people to join in. I think what a lovely audience for him. So really excited. So the company is Demi Blvck. He's a fashion designer, absolutely talented. Really excited to talk to him, find out a little bit about his brand. And yeah, hello Demi, how are you? I'm just waiting. I'm going to add you in 1 second. So if you can click on the ad and then we'll get some people over. But just see more and more people can join in before we start to talk. So how's everyone been? Obviously it's different time zones. So we're kind of winding down in the UK. Everyone's getting ready for the week ahead. What are your plans? I hope you all are well and safe at this time. Always remember what season we're in, but obviously in the UK, in Europe, we're coming out slowly and actually doing a little bit more than other parts of the world. I know the US is under a bit of pressure, so I do hope you guys start to find that balance very soon. So yeah, so just really excited to finally have a chat with Demi Blvck, an amazing fashion designer. So he's actually adding me, so let's talk to him now. Any minute now.
Hey,
Hey,
you see me on here?
I can see you fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I thought I'd dress up a little bit today, wear a turban,
Right.
try
I
and do
like
like a
it.
fashionistic thing. Do you like it?
I like it. I like the shirt
Yeah,
too. I see you.
thank you. Just a
Yeah,
bit of
definitely.
color. I love a bit of color. Coming from the Caribbean, as in my heritage, we do like a bit of color and sun and a bit of spice. Makes you
Nice.
feel good, huh?
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Love the accent
So
too.
how, thank you. Oh, I love your accent. Deep, it's south. It's lovely. I love the
Oh yeah,
drawl.
for sure.
It's nice.
For sure.
So how have you been today, or how have you been in general before we even start talking? How's your family? Everyone okay? Because I know there's a lot going on, COVID and stuff over there. How are you doing?
I think I'm doing the best I can do during the pandemic, right?
Of course,
But nah,
of
family's
course.
good. Everybody's safe.
That's good.
That's a plus, you know.
Yes,
So
that's good.
yeah, everybody's good. Good, my way.
That's good. That's really good to
Mhm.
hear. I think, in this season it's been very difficult for a lot of people, but as I said, all you can wish for is your health at this season, isn't it? To know that your
Right.
health is good, your
How are
family's
things over
healthy.
there?
You know what? We're coming out slowly. I think I'm not I'm taking my time because it hasn't gone anywhere. It's just our levels of people sadly leaving this earth have gone down per
Yeah,
day.
that's good.
So
Yeah.
because of that, they're giving us a bit more space to use our, common sense. We're still out. We've got to cover
So,
our faces with masks and things like that.
so can I ask you a question about it?
Of
So,
course you can. Mm.
what are your thoughts on the just in general on the COVID situation, um, and the George Floyd situation? We got so much stuff going on. Like 2020 has
Okay.
really been a
I
year.
know. It's
We just
been a
really
year
need to
that
throw
no
the
one
whole
will,
year away.
yeah, it's been a year that no one will ever forget. ever.
Right, for sure. Yeah.
Where was you, you know, where was you September 11th? Where was you certain
Right.
significant times of your life? And this year is going to
Yeah.
be a year like, what happened to you or what was you doing in 2020?
I know, right?
COVID-19, I've got various different things that it could be.
Hmm.
You know, I'm not going to be a conspiracy theorist, but it feels strange. This thing just appeared out of nowhere. Um, there are, unfortunately, they say there's cycles of pandemics, and maybe this is
Right.
the year of the cycle that this pandemic was going to hit.
Right.
It's very real. It's very real. We listen to the science. People are dying, and
Yeah,
I'm not, in
definitely.
America as well as over here. People of color are the most affected because we have underlying conditions. So we have to
Most
be
definitely.
really careful about how we look
Yeah.
after ourselves health wise. We do need to cover ourselves with masks to give us a little extra protection. And also, there are some times that we could be carrying and we don't know and pass it on to someone even more vulnerable than us. So they're the
Most
reasons
definitely.
why. So yeah, this is crazy. This COVID
Yeah.
is it's a world where I never dreamt I would be in.
Most definitely.
How do you
It's
feel?
like a
How
movie.
do you feel about it? Yeah, it is. We're in a movie we didn't ask to be casted in.
I
But
know, and I need a check for this movie.
yeah, thank you.
But
And how are you
nah,
feeling about it? How are you feeling?
I kind of feel the same way. Just being careful, taking care of yourself. I've done a little research on it, just how it
Mhm.
works, and you know, it is a scary thing, especially anything that you can just get from the air. You know what I'm saying? So that's what make it scary. That's what make it movie like too. So I'm
Yeah,
seeing
it does.
I'm seeing everybody walking around with the masks. I'm like, okay, I feel
We've
like we in a
seen this
movie for real.
before.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I'm just trying to be careful. Just trying to stay safe. I'm staying indoors right now. I'm not really getting out much unless I just gotta go
Mm-hmm.
work or something like that. But other than that, I'm
Mm-hmm.
staying in the house. I'm being careful.
Mm. And George Floyd, that's a heavy load.
Oh Lord.
It's been a
Yeah,
heavy
it is.
load. It's you know, looking at you as a man of color, I know it must hit even more hard because
I literally
obviously as a
cried
man,
when I
yeah,
saw the
it's very
video.
tough.
I cried.
Yeah, it got me. I was in tears. It,
Definitely.
as I say, I said it to someone else, unless you've been in space, and even space must have been this particular video. I'm sure it's everywhere,
Right,
out of the
right.
stratosphere, you know, out of space. Unless
All right.
everybody in the world saw that. And I think I was saying to someone the other day, the fact that we are at home and we are very sensitive to things. Not to say that what happened wouldn't have made us break our hearts any other time,
Right.
but we was condensed in a feeling. And these things have happened. It's not the first time somebody's died in that manner, not
Right.
in that extreme manner, but for
Right.
this reason, for some reason, because we was where we are and we're sensitive, it really hit home. It really hit more than it's
I
ever hit.
mean, I think this time it was I want to say it was different this time only because yeah, we seen people get killed, but I think this was more blatant. This was like more in our face. You
It
know what I'm saying?
was,
And it was
yeah,
something that could have been prevented, more importantly.
of course.
So that's what makes it even worse because you could have prevented that. You know, even if the man was selling counterfeit 20s, whatever he was doing, it's not worth him dying for. You
No,
know,
no,
so
no.
that's what makes it. You know, he could have been wrong. You know, we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah,
But still, at the end of the day, nobody's worth not like that, and not to die like that.
no.
I
No, he
mean,
was killed. It was horrific to watch. He couldn't
right,
breathe. I don't want to give him the name because I don't want to give him that airtime. But the person that killed him
right,
was
yeah,
so conceited about it. The way he had the way
exactly,
it was horrible. It was like,
exactly.
yeah, I am doing this and what? It was horrible to watch.
Right, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It was like that. Like, yeah, what's up? Like, and that
yeah.
just it kind of made me mad. I was crying watching the video, but it also kind of
Mm.
made me mad too. Like, it made me want to do
Of
something,
course.
knowing I couldn't.
Yeah,
But you know,
I
it
know.
made me feel like I want. I've always been the guy that protected the kids, and I'm skinny too, but I always protected people in high
Well,
school.
and you know, I don't know how people watch that. You know, we've had these debates with family and friends. I don't
Right?
know how someone could stood there. I don't know. I don't know if I could have. But then,
Yeah.
you know, there's a police officer with a gun. It's a
Hmm.
very different dynamic in the UK. Our police don't have guns unless they're
Hmm.
called. You know, there's certain things that have
Hmm.
happened. But I don't know. You know, we all say it, what we would do, what we wouldn't do. But maybe the actual shock of it could have made you stand still. The fact you're
Yeah.
watching something, you know,
Definitely.
you don't know how your body would react. So, but you know, all we wait is for the biggest, um, I will say, the court case in history.
Right.
This court case is going to be watched by everybody. So
Oh
we
yeah.
watch for that. We watch for that.
Yeah. Yeah, we
And we
did.
want
We
to
had to
make
work for
sure,
that one.
yeah,
Most
we
definitely.
want that. We want the justice. We want that person that did that to go and have a good time in prison. Oh,
And I'm
definitely.
hoping they
And
get
that's
it
all I
right.
want from them.
You
But
know.
this is the scary part, isn't it? We don't know how.
Right.
I mean, how do they even pick a jury in these instances? You know,
Exactly.
how can they get
Exactly.
somebody impartial? I don't know. I don't know.
Exactly. So this is gonna be a tricky one, but I'm really praying they get it right, and I think they will. You know,
Mhm.
so yeah, I think they'll get it right. Hopefully.
I hope so. I do. I feel that you have to have faith in these times. You have to, as I said, the world watched it. So I don't know what they could do other than what you saw. We've all seen it.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
don't know. We saw different angles and different camera angles. And so I think it's kind of hopefully an open shut case, but who knows? Who
Right.
knows?
Right.
We hope so. But the faith
We
in
hope.
us, we know that justice will be done. I'm a believer, and our maker watched that happen, and he will do justice. That's all we can do and hope and pray for.
Most definitely.
And it's a very delicate time in America. We lost another civil rights activist today. Today? Yeah, so that's been really
It
tough.
was
Or
no, it was
yesterday.
yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday,
Hmm.
that's right. He passed away. So, we're in a funny time. We'd think, looking back, he did that walk and we're in 2020 and nothing much has gone, Chet. What is this?
Exactly.
Isn't that
Exactly.
crazy?
That is, and it's just crazy
That's
how
what's
stuff
really
is set
hard.
up.
That's really saddening to think that we're here still. But, there's more visibility, more people are talking about it. And I feel something's going to shift in this season. I do feel
Yeah.
this happening. His loss is a really sad thing, but he died, and I feel there's going to be change forever
Well, I
after
think,
this. I really
like you
do.
said, more eyes are on it, so that's important. As long as we
Hmm.
got people looking and forcing, we got to force their hand. It's nothing,
That's
that we're
right.
going that we wait. Let me look at these comments.
You got your friends? Yeah. Oh, someone said
Yeah,
the
somebody said
accent.
that actually. Nah, yeah, that's actually
The
my cousin.
British accent. Is that
Right.
your friends? That's nice.
Yeah. So, but no, yeah, we're literally gonna have to force their hand though.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people looking right now, so they're not gonna have a choice. We can't play. They won't play games. We won't allow it. I think right
Yeah.
now, we are at the point where hey, we had enough. It's been so long, over 400 years. It is. I mean, come on. After
No,
a while,
enough now.
come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. After a while,
Yeah.
seriously. I mean,
Yeah.
I was watching what's her name, Jane Elliott. Are you familiar with her?
Hmm.
So I was
No,
watching
I've heard
something.
her name, but I don't know her totally.
Oh, and she's a
So,
she's a white lady, but she's a black activist. And so
oh, I do know who you're talking about. Of course, she does loads of experiments where she shows
yeah,
people. Yeah, yeah, she's fantastic. Of course, yeah, she's
I love
brilliant.
her. I love
Yeah,
her.
she says
And
it as it is. Hmm.
yeah, she does. And one thing she said was, and this is very simple, and it's a very simple concept. How can you not like somebody because they have a certain amount of melanin in their skin? I mean, we really are the same, but
It's
we just
true.
have more pigment in our skin. So what
True,
makes us
isn't it?
different? That's the simple way to look at it. What really makes me
Mm.
more different from you? And I'm so happy
It's
to have
true when you want
pigment
to
in
look
my
at it
skin.
like that. It is exactly
Right.
that. It's purely we're just got a different tone. Mm.
Exactly.
A
That's
beautiful
really
one at
it.
that, I must add.
Come
A
on now.
beautiful one at that.
Come on now. Yeah.
Mm.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
I had to add.
I know it's a shame we're still having these conversations, but as I
Mhm.
say, I don't think we should take our feet off the pedal. I think change will come, but we have to. I was listening to Sam Cooke's song today. Change is going to come, and look how long ago that was, and he was.
Yeah,
It's just crazy, huh? But we've
yeah,
just got to have faith. For Marvin Gaye, what's going on? We have to have faith that things will
most
change.
definitely.
You
Look at you
know.
naming the hits. I
So,
like it.
I know them all. Music, Muso, and I'm Muso. So music is
Me
what,
too.
you know what, music has been helping me through this season more than ever. And I think you're going to
Yeah.
remember what songs really affected you and made you feel a particular way in this season. Because if we didn't imagine we had no music, they ended up banning that. We couldn't even go out. That would be
Oh
too
my
much.
God.
I think we'll burst out. We'll just all burst out.
We would.
No more.
It's so crazy how music influences us because, music also influences fashion too. I think fashion and
That's right.
music kind of go hand in hand.
Mm,
You know what I mean? So sometimes I hear a song and it makes me think of a certain idea or dress or color or whatever,
okay.
you know? So, I mean, I'm kind of inspired by everything though. Like I can literally look at the sky and say, hey, that looks like a blue surface with texture. I mean, I take it and make it anything.
Oh
I
wow, you
use anything,
really. And let's,
anything I can get.
we spoke about obviously what's happening in current affairs, but this
Hmm.
is your time. And Demi Black, this so my
Yeah.
audience can hear. I'm here for Who Am I Talk, as you know, I've been doing quite a lot of these over this season,
Yeah, they've been
and
nice too.
it's been really interesting. I think I had to do a shift and use my platform to inspire others and get to know
Nice.
other people. There's a lot of people, very talented people out there that nobody knows. And I thought this
Yeah,
is an opportunity to have a chat, for me to learn and meet new people, and for the world to hear about new people.
most
So
definitely.
it's been really good. And in this season, it's been tough for people to get exposure and just how you feel about yourself. And you got to, sometimes need people to support you and have conversations, and you learn from them. So this was the
Definitely.
idea behind the Who Am I Talk. So I'm really
I
grateful and
love it.
thank you.
I
Thank you
love it.
so
Let me give
much
you
for
a round
joining
of
me.
applause.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you very much. So, so I'm here with Demi Black, and you're a fashion designer. So you've been in the
Yes.
industry a little while, quite
Yeah.
seasoned. So tell me how it all
Mhm.
started and how did it begin?
Okay, so my story is really I guess interesting, kind of. So I was in college, and when I was in college, I was of course a broke college student, and I've always loved fashion, but I could never see myself designing anything.
Mm,
So this was a far gone thought from my mind. It wasn't even a thought in my mind at all about being a designer. So that never crossed my mind. Um, but let me see how to do. Okay, so I was in college and I wanted clothes, but really couldn't afford them. So I would buy the little white tees from like Walmart, and I used to hand sew everything. So I would like disassemble them, put them back together. I didn't have a machine, so I was just kind of hand sewing everything. And it started to turn out pretty good, and people started to see my work and kind of ask where I got things. This was in 2013 when we went through that phase where everybody was wearing the little white tees with the little pocket and the little
yeah.
sleeves. That was that
Okay.
phase.
So,
So
you'll be doing your like embellishments and things like that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I started doing that, and then I started creating patterns from it because at that point I still wasn't doing buying patterns. I was just kind of taking stuff apart and making my own patterns, which I think actually made me better in ways, because
Mm,
I can actually take something, look at it, get the measurements, and now I can create my own pattern from it. And I think that's
wow.
better when you're designing
Mm,
unique pieces, because the store
mhm.
bought patterns, they're pretty much what they are, and you could take them and
Okay.
alter them, but I rather just create my own. But anyway, so yeah, I started doing that, and it kind of just went from there. And
Hmm.
I started just, I guess, over the years, it just started to grow more and more. I'm self-taught, so I'm always learning. Even now,
Yeah.
still learning.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
so, um, so yeah, that's my story. Is I think it's kind of boring.
No, I mean, no, not there's no boring. It's definitely not that. I think you got
Yeah,
inspired. You didn't believe at the beginning in yourself, but that I'm
yeah,
so glad that somehow you started to believe and realize that you had a talent. And you ended up doing New York Fashion Week. So come on now,
yeah. Come on now,
that says a lot, huh? From
it
somebody
does,
that didn't understand fashion to doing fashion
man.
shows. How
Yes,
amazing!
yes,
So how
yes,
did that
and I
happen?
agree.
So I've been very grateful. I've been to a lot of fashion shows, mainly in London and Paris.
Hmm.
So the experience, all the work that goes into creating a piece, a collection, is
Yeah,
over in what,
yes.
15 minutes? People don't realize the kind
Oh
of
my
work
God,
that we
tell
got to
me
put
about
in.
it.
Uh,
Tell me
so talk
about
me
it. Like,
through. Obviously, how did it happen? How did you get scouted to do the fashion show? And then what's the
um,
process? You got to obviously cast for models, and the list goes on.
yeah. So, well, first let me say this. So, I was actually supposed to show in Paris this year, but
Oh,
COVID.
really?
Yes, I was showing in
Oh,
Paris October 4th,
oh,
but COVID.
really?
Yeah.
I'm hurt for
Yeah.
you. It's all right
I know.
though. You're going to be
That's
doing
okay.
2021 or the next season. We think September is normally in September, so you'll do
Yeah.
February. Yeah, or
Yeah. Yeah.
February. I think it's January. Yeah, yeah. It's fine. It's
Well,
going to happen.
as of now, they moved it to New York. So we're doing New York in February. So that's still cool. You know, that'll work.
Amazing. Yay!
Right, right, right.
That's
So
great.
but yeah, I've done New York Fashion Week before. It wasn't as hard as you would think, I guess. I just kind of knew some people. I knew
Okay.
a guy who actually did shows during Fashion Week, you know, so
Right.
I got an opportunity to be a part of that show. And
Yes.
I think that was a big moment in my life. I think as a designer, you know, you got little check marks. So you got
Yes.
New York Fashion Week, you got Paris Fashion Week.
Hmm.
Um, those are the main two you definitely want to do. And right now, I got my eye on CO Fashion Week too. That might be something I do in the
Okay.
future
Really
because I just think they dope.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually knew somebody who was doing the show. He had a bunch
Hmm.
of designers, dope designers, by the way. And I like shows where the competition is high. You know what I'm saying? I like when other designers are just in a bag. I love that. And he called me and asked me to do the show. I flew out, and the rest is history. so,
Wow.
so
And then
yeah,
you
yeah,
obviously
it's
have to
pretty
bring
dope.
all your so how do you get all your? I'll be panicking all my fashion clothes and making sure they're
Oh,
traveling correctly. And oh, that sounds
oh,
stressful.
it is. It is.
Mhm.
It was okay. So, well, with that, I actually had a friend that I shipped my stuff to, and so she,
Okay,
by the time she got it, it was already steamed and everything. By the time I got there, so I just had people working with me the whole way,
that's
and
amazing.
you know, it was just an interesting experience. Now, let me tell
Mm.
you the bad part about when I went to New York.
Oh dear.
Right. So I ended up. So I used to fly on standby, and
Mm.
I ended up getting ready to leave New York. And you know, when you fly on standby, you have to kind of
Yeah,
wait till you can get a seat on the plane,
that's correct.
basically.
Yeah, I've done it before.
So I ended up missing my first flight. Now I would have caught that first flight, but I ended up
Oh,
missing it. So, oh my God, I ended up getting stranded in New York for a night. You know, the next morning I was able to fly out, but I was
mm.
stranded out there, and I pretty much didn't have anywhere to go. Pretty much, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
no.
Yeah. So that was the bad part about it. But
Yeah. So you had a great
but
show, and then that happened.
right, right. So that kind of killed
Yeah.
it. But
But you remember, see, this is what people don't see. They see the show, the after party, but they don't see when things can go wrong, huh? But I'm glad it didn't happen
exactly.
the other way. I'm glad you
Right.
didn't have a problem because that wouldn't have been
Getting
fun.
there. No.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Exactly.
So you got
Exactly.
there. And
So that was
then
cool.
your cast, how did you cast for your models? Did you do that in New York or did you do it before and then they met you there? How did that work?
Well, what he did was he worked with me. When I say he worked with me 100%, it was such a great,
Mm,
like he sent me all the models, he sent me measurements, models, pictures of models,
excellent.
the measurements, their height, everything. So I was able to pick before I got there. And then once I got
Wonderful.
there, all I did was pretty much just fit the clothes to them. We had a few malfunctions, but nothing. It's always gonna be a malfunction
Mm. Oh, yeah,
when you're
yeah,
doing a
yeah.
show. Nothing is ever gonna go as planned.
Mm,
I've just gotten used to that, you know. So,
mm.
so yeah, I pretty much knew by the time I got there.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. And what was the theme? You know, every designer has a theme. What was your theme of that particular show? What was it
At that,
called?
well, my collection at that time was called Date Night in Dubai. So,
Okay.
yeah, so every collection is literally inspired from my life. I use this like music. I use this as therapy. So, you know,
Okay.
it's really therapy for me. And if it sells, thank God, you know, but all of this is really just therapy for me. And I like to keep it that
Mhm.
way to keep my mental right. So all of this keeps me mentally intact. So, I use it to release. So I was going through a breakup when I created, Date Night in Dubai. And,
Interesting.
yeah, and so you know, it was one of those breakups where you know, I really did miss her at the time, and you know, I didn't want to break up, but you know, sometimes you
Yeah.
got to. So
Yeah.
you know, I made this collection based off uh, a date night if me and her had went to Dubai. So all of the women's pieces were based off what she would wear or what I thought she, would look great in. And then all the men's pieces were based off, me, myself. So,
That's
uh,
nice.
yeah,
Oh. It's like when you write a song, I really feel you, because some of
yeah,
us as artists, our songs are based on real life or their experiences
hmm
we've gone through. So when you're watching that collection unfold and you're creating it, did you have a
yeah.
boohoo moment, or was you okay? Did you have to stop
Uh,
sewing one day? Oh dear.
that's funny. At the show, I
Mm.
did not. When I got back home or to my where I was staying at that time, I I did. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It really like
yeah.
I was like, it just meant a lot. Like some stuff mean more to you
Mm.
than
Of
others.
course.
And so and every collection means something like that to me.
I understand.
So whether it be a relationship, whether it be a moment in my life, like I can build things out moments, you know.
Mm.
So it just depends. Like right now, this season we're releasing a collection called Destination 27. So
Okay.
so Destination 27 is basically like a virtual world for artists, you know. But we're open. Well, that's how it started out. So let me say this:
Hmm.
I've done this collection before, back in the day, but I'm bringing it back in a different way. So the first time I did it, it was basically a paradise for artists, and where we go when we leave here.
Okay. Wow.
So now it's developed in the way we're presenting it now, where it's a virtual simulation. So anybody can go. Um, it's a virtual world. It's a simulation. You go there. It's like a video game, and you can be anybody you want to be. So it's really dope. Like on one of the visuals, I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek because I'm not supposed to be talking about this. Is my videographer watching?
Oh
Okay,
no. Right, don't give me too much because we don't want to
nah,
spoil the surprise.
I'm
But
not.
if you can give,
So,
but long as it's giving me a little bit that I can get really excited, but not, it's really important when it comes to projects.
oh yeah, most
Whew,
definitely.
I'm really
I won't.
happy.
I won't give you too much, but uh, you know, I really want when I was designing this collection, I really wanted the visuals to be set up kind of like a video game.
Uh-huh.
So when we start rolling out stuff, you'll kind of see how we shot everything, and it's set up kind of like a video game where you choose certain things like your arena and your character. So I think that's really
Wow.
dope. Yeah,
That's really dope.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
really
So
cool. So you're literally you've already left 2020. You're 20, what, 27 or even 30?
look,
I mean,
I'm trying to get away from 2020 as fast as I can. I'm trying to dip.
you're just trying to get away. So, because I'm seeing
Right.
people with like not hoverboards, but like they've got those, is it scooters and they're electric? And I'm
Yeah.
hoping one day we're just going to see the ones that hover and it's all going to just go woo. So you're there already.
Right. Look, I've been
You're
watching
there.
Back to the Future. That's one of my favorite
Oh, I
movies.
tell you, wasn't that one of the
Yeah,
best movies in the world? And
it
it's
was.
crazy when you think about it. We're kind of not there, but we're nearly there, aren't we? A lot of the
Hmm.
things that you've seen, it's like, who made that? He
Yeah.
saw
The
it.
smartphone was
It
in
was a
there. The
way ahead of
smartphone was
time.
in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To the
it was
point,
in there.
like, I'm talking to you now on my, Samsung tablet. And back then, if we'd have seen that, we'd be like, what is this?
Right.
It's mad.
And
It is
it's
crazy.
so crazy how technology was because back then I'm pretty sure they could never imagine this.
No,
They could
that's
imagine
correct.
it, but they were probably like, nah, that'd probably never be, you know.
And now
So
we're like
imagine,
beamed. That's crazy. And how do you pick your material? So, the fact you are going to be in Paris, as you said, it's going to happen.
yeah,
You're going to do New York, as you said, but you're going to be Paris. And have you been to Paris before? I didn't even ask.
I have never been to Paris.
Oh,
This will
oh
be
my
my
goodness,
first
how
time.
amazing. So you're going to go and show in Paris and you've never been,
Yeah,
but you're going to be blown away. The architecture,
I know. I can imagine.
everything about Paris is fashion. It's just smells, it feels, the zzzz. You're going
Everything.
to be, yeah. You're going to come back with so much more inspirations again. You went there seeing what
Yeah.
you feel in it. And when you go there and see, wow, it's going to blow your mind.
Yeah, that's really one main reason I want to go is for the inspiration because I just kind of want to put
Yeah.
my eyes on different things so I can kind of,
Yeah.
get that knowledge in me. So I
Mm.
definitely
And
think
how
that's
do you
gonna be
pick?
dope.
I was going to say, how do you pick the materials? Obviously, for your collection of certain things, I know do you do it
Um,
seasonal? Because there was satins in, then I never, like, sometimes I just get a whole load of collection of clothes, and then I go, right, give it about 3 years, we're back again. So leopard skin was
Right.
one of the things that was, it's true, isn't it? Polka dot comes in, then stripes come in.
Yeah.
So do you follow it like that, or do you, your designer, you create something with elements of it?
Um,
I will never know.
for me, I like to create stuff with elements, because
Okay.
I'm big on aesthetic, on my own aesthetic. Because, when I
Mm-hmm.
watch other designers like Balmain, Versace, people that are really already plugged in, when you look at Versace,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've been doing the same thing for years. They change it up seasonally, to fit, but they've really
True,
been doing the
true.
same thing mostly for years. And I'm not saying I would do the same thing for years, but I do want to have that look where people look at me and say, okay, I know Demi Blvck made that.
So it's
You know what I
like a
mean?
signature that you're talking
It's like a
about, your
signature. Yeah.
signature. I get it.
Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to picking my fabrics, I'm big on brocades, the cards, stuff like that. I love tassels, as you can see. I love the tassel
Yeah,
thing, and
yeah.
yeah, that's a whole nother story. But I love things that move. So I like movement. You know what I'm saying? So anything that moves on the runway, I'm kind of messing with it. So anything that'll
I
give
get
it
it.
the extra movement out there, I like it.
Mm.
So when it comes, like I said, I like brocades, I like jacquards, I love velvet, suede, stuff like that. Rich looking fabrics, So
Okay.
anything that looks
Regal,
rich, yes, yes, it
like
will. It's
mulberry colors. So you like those kind of mulberry color. I get it. I get it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
for
Royalty,
me,
kind of royal colors. There's
exactly,
blues and okay.
black royalty.
Okay.
Come on now.
Mhm. That's nice.
So yeah,
And who? See, you mentioned a few names. Balmain, obviously. He's done a lot of things with Beyonce. I think he dressed her for the
yeah,
Coachella. It was his, everything that she had on was him,
yeah,
wasn't it? I
yeah.
think he's done Usher a few times, I think, and Suits. I'm
He's done
sure he's done Usher.
Kanye
He's
and
done a lot.
the Kardashian family too. That's
That's
how he started
correct.
with the Kardashians. Yep.
Oh,
Mhm.
interesting. I wasn't aware of that. So you said Versace, Balmain, any other designers that you're inspired
Uh,
by?
I used to love Givenchy, but not so much these days. Not saying I hate them now, but I just think
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They changed up on me a little bit, but I'm gonna check them out this season. I haven't seen them this season, but I didn't like their last season. Um,
Mm,
and let me see who else. I love Dose and Gabbana. They're my favorite. Just their pattern mixing
okay.
and
Mm-hmm.
how they mix stuff together is very unique,
Mm,
and I
mm.
like that. Um, who else is on my radar? Um, oh man, I can't even think of this guy's name. It's an Asian designer. His name is Mew Mew. I know this
Oh
sounds
yeah, I
funny,
know.
but
Yeah, yeah, Mew Mew. I
I
know.
love
Yeah,
him. I love him.
yeah. He's just out there.
He's dope.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
dope.
He's just out
And
there.
so yeah, it's stuff like that that really gets my
Mm,
attention. People with
okay.
architecture, Balmain, I can see the architecture in his work
Yeah.
sometimes.
It's
So I
the
really like
stringent,
that.
the detailing is amazing. You, if you sat down and
Yeah.
looked at the way the detail. So when you're creating, you obviously you use I can sit in the back. What's it called? One of those, the bodies.
Oh,
Do you sew on
a bodice.
people a lot? That's right. How do you got to cut? You got to design, then you cut. Then how does it work to actually create a piece?
Well, I mean, you can make it to your bodice. Like I have two
Yeah.
bodices that I use, so I make it to those a lot. Like I might take the measurements and then just put it on my bodice, and then I wish I still had it right here. I would show it to you, but I
Mm-hmm.
just put the measurements on my bodice, and then it's kind of the same. So I just line it up. So that
Mm-hmm.
helps, definitely helps. And I mean, any size, it doesn't matter. I don't have to fit it to the bodice as long as I got the measurements. I've gotten so good with it. If you give me bust, waist, and hips, I'm good. I can create anything for you.
Wow.
So yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and it
So
must be
yeah,
like after a while you just do you look because I've got to a point as you get older you get to know your body shape, so I don't have to, obviously certain things are going to be tailored to me, gowns depending on the actual event that I'm attending, okay, but I can
yeah, yeah,
look at things and know whether it's going to fit me. I can literally go,
yeah,
right, that is not, stay away from that. That's definitely not going to fit, or it's not going to
yeah.
sit correctly. But do you find when you look at a model or you look at somebody, right, that kind of style will suit them, or you kind of
Hmm.
visualize them in the outfit before you even made it?
Yeah. Once I see a model,
Mm,
I can kind of tell how they're gonna look in the garment. So I can tell what they'll look good. Like if I already got pieces made and I see a bunch of models, I can pick each model according to the piece just from looking at them.
That's amazing.
Because I've already seen the
Yeah.
model in the piece while making it. So I already know how I want it to look. So when I see models, I'm like, oh yeah, come on. That's exactly what I saw. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And didn't you,
I think,
after you, Demi.
now I just think I think that's something most artists do. You already see the finished product. That's why it's your vision. And I mean, I'm pretty sure with you do music, so when you're writing songs or something like that, you already kind of hear it in your head how it needs to go or how it's
Yeah,
supposed to
totally.
sound. You know what I mean?
I've seen it
Before
all.
anybody
I've
else.
got the video, the look. I've done it
Right.
all. It's
Right.
crazy sometimes. I need to
Right.
slow down a bit.
Right. So that's exactly how I am. Like I already see the model in
Yeah.
it. I already see the finished product. I've already seen the design like all the way out before I even did it.
Mm.
So and sometimes as artists, I can't say I'm 100% right because sometimes I see something in my head and I make it and I'm like, nah, this ain't it. And then
Oh,
I have to like switch it
no.
around a little bit. But I will say I've gotten to the point where it's like 90% of the time I see it and it's work and it's
That's
right.
really,
Yeah.
and that's good though, and that's why you're a designer, because there's no such thing as it being right. It's your interpretation and
There
how
you
it
go.
falls. Am I right?
Yes.
And then when you look at it, the visual, because you sent me a picture that I've put up, and I love the one, this person's looking and everyone else is, what was that? What created that photo shoot? I love that. The woman's
Um,
looking and everyone else is kind of like
just
their eyes are
leaning on
closed,
her.
leaning on her. I like that.
Yeah.
It was really intimate, but yet there was a boldness about, and I'll share the picture as well to the audience. There was a boldness about her as a woman. She's kind of center stage.
I'm glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that because you got it right. Like that's exactly what I was going for because that collection, that shoot was for Day Night in Dubai. So I wanted that woman to represent the woman that I had just, broke up with at that time. Like I still saw her
Yeah,
as like very, very her demeanor being very strong. I like that. I'm attracted to that. So to
yeah.
me, I wanted it to seem like the world or everybody was leaning on her, and even though everybody was leaning on her, she still was like, "Yeah, I got this." You
I
know.
like. See, I was right.
So
I
yeah,
felt it though. I felt
yeah,
it from the shoot. It
yeah.
was really powerful.
Thank you.
It's interesting. Yeah, it's
You
good.
got me blushing over here.
Yeah. Really cool. Really
Thank
cool.
you. Oh wait,
Yeah.
you got a gap.
Yes, I have. It's called the lucky
Ah,
gap. You do know that,
yeah.
don't you?
I
It's a
didn't know
lucky
that.
gap. Listen to me. Hold on to that gap. I was gonna
Oh
close it and I
yeah,
said, nope. It's a
yeah.
lucky gap. We're
I was
blessed
gonna close
people.
mine too. Mm-mm.
Nope. That's part of your character. It's
Yes, yes, it is.
part of your
Yes,
character,
it
and
is.
it's
I wouldn't
lucky. It
feel the
means you're
same
very
without it.
lucky. No, it'd be all weird, wouldn't it? And in our world, especially my world, they're looking at everything aesthetic. You got to do this. I'm like, screw
Hmm.
that. I'm being who I am. This is who I am. Take me as I am. Huh?
I think that's the
You know,
beauty in it, though. I think
come
that's the beauty
on.
in just it's a beauty in being yourself. You know what I
Yes, it
mean? Like
is.
people don't realize that everybody want to be with the trend and want to be with doing what everybody else is doing, and that's cool. But it's a
Mm,
beauty in just being yourself. To me, when you're
yeah,
yourself, I'm more attracted. I'm more like drawn to you as a person because I can just tell
of
you're not
course.
worried about, you on my wave. I feel you. I ain't worried about it
That's
either.
right. And
So
and I think, as a fashion designer, you must totally understand, and we've got a very big responsibility for people to feel themselves.
yeah,
In my industry, I need to be slimmer. I'm a normal standard size 12, but obviously you've got to be careful on the TV, you just blow up a bit more. But
right,
I want my audience to feel that they can connect with me too. I can't look too far away from a human being, but I still got to
right,
look good
most
in
definitely.
clothes. Do you understand? So you've got to find
Yeah,
the
most
right
definitely.
balance, because my responsibility is to make sure people watching me who are younger and inspiring want to be like me, but not that it's too far where actually I'm not perfect. I'm going to have breakouts. I'm going to
Right.
sometimes blow up. You got to find
You
that.
know, I never
It's
got
really
that.
hard. It's a hard balance, but
I can imagine. I never really understood that because even me being a designer, now this is weird for me to say, because the industry that I'm in is beauty. It's a beauty industry.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
but I kind of like, sometimes I like flaws. You know what I'm saying? I like to see that that you're natural, that you're being yourself. I think we need to show that more. That's why I like what Rihanna did with Slick Woods. Have you seen Slick Woods? Do you know who that is?
I haven't. Tell me to explain the picture, the
Okay, so
explain it, because I've seen so many, but sometimes you don't know the names of it, you know?
gotcha. So Slick Woods is a girl, and she's she started out as one of Rihanna's models or whatever. Now she
Okay.
is not like, I wouldn't say the most beautiful or attractive person, but she dope though. Like she got a lot of style. She has a gap. I love it. You know what I'm saying?
See?
Like
The gaps. Keep talking about this gap.
exactly, exactly. So, I just thought it was cool that Rihanna used her because she's not typically somebody that you
I
would
know
look at.
exactly what you're talking about. Now
You know what
you've
I
told me
mean?
who it is. I know exactly what you're talking about. Good.
Right, right,
They're
right. So,
changing, and it's what I'm saying. That perfection doesn't exist, and I think we need to
exactly.
be so careful. I've looked at like my video shoots. I've looked at my photography shoots, and I'm like, that's me. Of course, you get retouched, you get nipped, but I don't want it to be too far away where people look at this thing that it's not. It doesn't exist. You still got to feel
Right.
natural, you know.
Exactly. You want people
Um,
to recognize you when they see you.
think, is that
Yeah.
Rene? Does not like her, but actually that
Right.
is Rene because there's characteristics that they see. So we just
Right.
got to get it. We've got to find that balance. I mean, I know models are mannequins effectively. I've seen some of the most amazing fashion shows and they're literally
Hmm.
walking like mannequins. And I understand because they're displaying the outfits, the dresses, the gowns. But I'm
Right.
so excited that we've now seen a shift of models that are more like humans.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like
They
real
have
life
hips.
models. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think that's
Have
a
a
part of this
bottom.
era though.
Yeah.
Seeing more. I think we're getting to see more of each industry, of every industry. I think this era is getting to see more of celebrity life, more of
True.
stuff that you wouldn't
True.
typically see. Now that's good and bad, you know.
Yeah.
That's good and
True.
bad because if I was a celebrity, I would hate it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah. It's
Um,
intrusive, isn't it, as well? 'Cause too much
it is.
people looking at. Yeah, you're right.
It is. It's weird, and that's why I always say, um, it's it's kind of a battle because I don't know if I would want to
Mm.
be a celebrity. I
Mm.
want to be respected for what I do, and I want to be loved for what I do. But I don't know if I would want to be a celebrity because of this era. I know that back in the day, you could be way more private and be fine. You could get away with
Yeah.
little mistakes. Now, oh, there
That's your lot.
you cannot make a mistake. You will get what they
You're
call
right.
cancel.
Yeah. You're right. Or period T, isn't it? It's a new one. Period T. That's it.
Right,
No, I think we got to be careful what we wish for, and I'm under no
right,
illusions. Being in the public eye, you got to get that balance right.
definitely,
There are some
definitely.
artists that are still very good where they come and do a album or do a live gig and they disappear, don't see them. So some people get that balance
Yeah,
right.
yes,
Some of them are very good at that.
mm-hmm,
So it's
definitely.
really difficult because you need to you have to remain current, but yet find the balance of having a little bit of privacy. But
Yeah,
it's being aware that there will be times that sometimes if you are in the public eye, there's going to be things that you might want to have private that everyone's going to know about. And you can't have
definitely.
both ways. You've got to kind of take the rough with the smooth. So I think
Yeah, definitely.
it's about just being aware, isn't it? You don't have to be at
Most
every
definitely.
door that knocks. Not
Yeah,
every
yeah, yeah, yeah.
party, not, you got to find that balance, not the one that falls
Definitely.
out of the club at night, that type of thing.
Most definitely.
Because if you do that, you're going to get unwarranted detention, aren't you, sometimes?
Oh yeah, most definitely. So, it's just growing and picking and choosing. Um, Picking and choosing what you want to involve yourself in, being careful. I think a
Yes.
lot of times people don't think stuff all the way through, and sometimes they can backfire. So you just got to be careful on, what you're doing, how you do it, how you move. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, you're completely right. And, what advice would you give to people who want to go into the fashion industry?
So,
What would you
I
tell them?
mean, the first thing I'm gonna tell them is what we just talked about. Be yourself.
Yeah.
Yourself is most important to the fashion industry. We need the version of you, the best version of you. We need that because if you be yourself, your aesthetic is gonna be very different. And I like to see different aesthetics. It'll be weird if everybody used
It's
tassels like
true.
me. I'd be like, bro, I am so bored. Like
Give me
nobody's
something new.
inspiring me. Give me something new.
Yeah.
So so first thing I would tell them is just, you know, make sure you be yourself if you want to get into this industry. And on sorry, my
It's
video
okay.
paused.
No, don't, no, it's okay. It's
But
live. That's what happens. No problem.
I know, right? So yeah, I
No
would say
problem.
stand on what you start on. Stand on what you start on. Make people respect you, and you know, believe in yourself. Now, to basically cut into the industry, you're gonna have to take some jobs you don't want to take from the beginning. You're gonna have to
Yeah.
do some shows you don't want to do. But you know, I think that's important. I just think that's important that process because if
Of
you do them
course.
all right, people gonna see you, and you're gonna get the shows that you want. So you
Yeah.
know, I would say be yourself. It's three T's I like to use. What was it? Why would I forget this
It's
right
okay.
now? This
No,
is so
don't
crazy.
worry. I've forgotten my lines on stage, so it happens. So don't worry. Honestly, it's that little pressure, you see. It's that little bit of pressure. It'll
Right.
come
It's
to you.
different. It'll come back. It'll
It'll
come
come
back.
to you. But it's okay.
But
And
yeah,
also, you said being yourself, and I think that's
mhm.
really important, isn't it? It's you've got to. I think too many of us in society make comparisons, but you never know what
Right.
people's journey's been. You know, yes, they have been successful, but some people have got financial backing in the background that has enabled them to have the success. So of course you'll see them. So
Yeah, of
be
course.
minded. Yes, someone says be minded if it's staying motivating.
It's damn. Uh, okay, so what was I about to say? I was about to add to what you just said, but yeah, you know, yeah, just being yourself, staying true to who you are, regardless. I think that's gonna be extremely important into breaking into, you know, this industry. Because when I first started, like I said, I was just doing like t-shirts with like different sleeves and stuff, and now look what I'm creating. So
It's
that's a whole
amazing.
nother wave, right? I've come a long way.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know where
Of
you can go
course.
if you stay focused
Mm-hmm.
on, you know, on yourself and what you like
Of
to create.
course.
You know,
Of
don't worry
course.
about the money because if you work hard, the universe is gonna reward you with money. You know, I really
Amen.
believe that. So it's like, don't worry about the money, it'll come. Just keep working hard. The universe is gonna reward you. It's gonna reward all that. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works. So
Definitely.
yeah.
And you
Yeah.
know, I love that when you said, because a lot of people obviously you've got to eat. So if we
Mhm.
are, you know, this is what we're doing, we've got to be able to eat. But you'll be surprised when you're working hard on your vision, on your passion. Little by little,
Mhm.
things start falling into place, and money finds you if that's what your motivation is. It really does. It
Right,
happens
right.
naturally because you're doing the right thing, you're doing things with integrity, you're doing things with passion, and the
Yeah.
universe starts introducing you. And you meet people who are like-minded, who have the same passion, the same
Mhm.
goals, and before you know it, all aligns itself. You
Hmm.
know.
I like to say, and she said, be mindful of staying motivated. Okay, because I was trying to figure
Oh,
out as to
okay.
what you were saying. I
Yeah.
got you. I got you, bud. Be mindful of staying motivated. I got you. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
she's right.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
But no, I like to say, the universe will bring towards you what you actively work towards.
that's.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
So
Mm.
you gotta kind of meet it halfway. You can't just
Hmm.
say, hey, this is what I want and wait on it. Nah, you gotta go towards it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like, so the universe will bring towards you what you actively work towards. You know
that's
what I mean?
correct. That's
So,
correct.
so I just kind of stay focused on that. I don't really think about.
Mm.
I mean, like you said, yeah, we gotta eat, but you know, hey, life
Yeah,
is good. I'm eating, thank God.
that's
But
fine.
at
That's what we need. Yep. Amen to that.
but you know, at the end of the day, that's not the only thing I'm focused on. I'm really focused on the art, and I'm gonna just let the universe reward me. I'm gonna let the universe reward me. So, I think that's
And
what any artist needs to focus on.
no, I totally agree with you. He is rewarding you, you know, as a
Definitely.
designer now doing New York Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week. They're like the
Yeah.
top fashion weeks to do in the world, you know,
Yes.
and to
Yes.
have your
Come on.
accolades. So that's phenomenal. That
Yeah.
what your talent has shown is that that is the kind of level. So that's
I got to get
phenomenal.
out
And then
there in
one
London
thing
too.
London's cool. London's like the party element of Fashion Week. We have lots of quirk. We have lots of like offset. They have like loads of kind of fashion shows, which are the, you know, Victoria Beckham and things
Hmm.
like that. Really, you know, on season, and then we have off schedule shows. So London's cool. Um,
Right.
not in London, but when it comes to fashion, is Paris and Milano.
Yeah, definitely.
It, the whole, you know what it is that, and I'm not, as I said, I love my London town, but it's the production is out of this world in
Yeah.
Paris, in Milano.
Oh
You
yeah, yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
when you see Valentino, or when you see,
Oh,
you know,
Valentino. I love
Chanel. Oh, it's
Valentino.
Valentino.
And Chanel. Oh my God.
Oh,
Karl
you know, or
Lagerfeld.
Yves Saint Laurent,
I
when they
miss
do
you.
Yves Saint Laurent, they did a show which was on the, you know, the Eiffel Tower, Arc de Triomphe. I mean, you are kidding me. And they were walking, and it was just powerful. The production is out of this world.
They are loving your accent. They loving it.
You
That's
know,
what's up. But
so
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what it
yeah.
is. It's not. It's there's everything. It's the production. It's the fashion. It's the seamstress. It's the draping. It's the material. It's mind blowing, and it's breathtaking. So that's what I love about those fashion shows. The production, you sit there with your mouth open 10, 15 minutes, and they
Yeah,
walk in, you're like, oh, I
yeah.
can't believe what I just saw.
Thank you. Thank you, Tisha. I appreciate it. I sure will.
Yeah, you definitely going to be.
Definitely.
That is what I want you to do. When you go there, absorb it all, because it's going to blow your mind. And the
Yeah,
people you're going to meet, and the other designers you're going to connect with, and when you start going to the museums and you see the art, it's just, you're going to come
you
away
know,
again and go, right, you
something I
know.
was thinking about.
Mm.
Since I don't have any kids, I don't have a girlfriend right now. I don't have anything really holding me. You know, I wanted to kind
Hmm.
of eventually maybe I live in Paris for a year, or
Now
something
you're
like that.
talking.
Like I ain't
Now
got
you're
nothing
talking.
holding me. Why not? You know what I mean?
Why
So these are
not?
things that have crossed my mind. Like maybe, once I visit, if I kind of feel like I can stay there for a little while, I might move for a year and see how it
I
is. Who
think
knows?
that
It could
would
be
be,
permanent.
Demi, I think that would be amazing. I think you said something about your project that you're doing, but
Hmm.
this, I think what you're talking about is going to change your life. Why?
Oh
Because you're
yeah.
going to be absorbed in fashion. You're going to be seeing everything about
Yeah.
fashion,
Yeah.
the
Every day.
architecture.
Yeah.
Every day you're going to be going to the stores and feeling the silks and the materials and the vineyards and
Oh.
drinking the wine.
I
Demi,
have
do it.
dreams about that. So I have reoccurring dreams. I don't know if people are like me, but I have reoccurring dreams. That's why I think
My
my
brother
dreams
does.
are
My
like,
brother dreams all the time.
yeah, and it's like, but my dreams, I have the same dream. So like one dream that I always dream, for example, is I got this house, right? In this dream, I buy this house and I had this party. And so in this dream, I have a party, I have a ballroom in my home. And so I invite
Hmm.
everybody over. And the floor, it's like it never makes it past this part. I always see the silhouette of the people. I just don't see the people, but I know who they are. So I see a silhouette of whoever is my wife at the time. I just can't see her face. I see my mom. I know it's my mom because I know my mom's voice. She's talking. I just can't see her face, but I see the silhouette. I know that's my mom, and just a few other people. So they're all silhouettes. They're not really people, but I hear the voice. And then it's this purple marble floor that I see all the time. And when I say this purple marble floor is something I would love personally, I know it's my taste. I'm like, this got to be my house. Like,
Are you
I'm feeling
serious?
like I'm seeing my house. I see this. I have this dream literally almost every week. Like, it's
Demi,
reoccurring.
Demi, Demi. You've got to do it.
Yeah, I got to do that for real, for real. Like, it's
I'm
been on my
telling you
mind
this.
very heavily
Yeah,
lately.
you're getting a spiritual awakening, and you're being
Yeah,
spoken to, and you have to
yeah.
listen.
I
So
feel that too.
today is a powerful day today. We spoke about your lines, but go to Paris. Once they open up the
Yeah.
borders, because I know there's a lot going on, US, UK, Europe thing, go. It's going to
Mhm.
change your life.
Yeah, I gotta go at least visit since I can't show this year. I gotta go and at least visit. I don't even know if
And
I'll
then,
be able to visit this year with everything going on. Maybe 2021.
yeah, hopefully soon. As soon as I said, it may be September. Who knows? You just got to get that.
Yeah,
Got to find that balance in America at the moment. And
yeah.
you might walk into a building and see a purple floor. I think it'll freak you out with it.
Oh my
You're like,
God.
what?
If I see that floor, I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna say, wait a minute.
I think you might. Yeah,
I freak
that's
out, man.
your destiny. You know what? You can't take away destiny. And you know what? I'm conscious of time. You've had your clothes on in red carpets, Grammys. Is that right?
Yes, yes, yes. So
Oh, wonderful.
I did get a guy from my city. His name is Milton Howery. He's a
Hmm.
music manager, producer, all of that. So
Okay,
he
wonderful.
actually goes to the Grammys every year, and he has a
Yeah.
few artists that he works with. So I try to send
Hmm.
pieces with him when and he's on the red carpet every year. So I just try to send
Oh,
pieces with him.
wonderful. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah,
That's
yeah, for sure.
good. That's cool. No,
I
I
can't
saw
wait to see
that.
you
So,
out there too with your music.
well, I think we need to speak, huh? Get me some out. I'll be more than happy.
We need to get you in
Once I
some
start
Demi
getting
Black
back
for
out.
real.
Definitely.
What
No,
you think about that?
definitely. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I used to do a lot of stuff actually, because obviously now the world is kind of closed a little bit. The events have slowed
I know,
down,
right?
the red carpets and all of that good stuff. So no, definitely we'll talk offline. But
For
where
sure.
can people find you is the question. Where do they go to look at your designs and follow your journey?
Okay, so well, right now it is just
Hmm.
Instagram now, but in 2 weeks I will have my new because I'm releasing the collection, and I'm saying this on your live, but I'm
Oh,
starting the rollout for the collection August 2nd. Okay.
thank you. Thank you for
Yes.
sharing. I feel so privileged.
Most
I got the
definitely.
exclusive, guys.
You did. So August
Thank
2nd,
you.
I'll be
Right.
rolling stuff out, and then you'll kind of see the website will be, attached to it. So the new website will be up
Okay.
www.demiblack.com, and yeah, so that's where they'll be able to find me and purchase too.
Good. And
Yes.
someone says, Sarah Jackson said, it's a way God is talking to you. So
Hey
you know
Sarah,
this
what's up?
Paris trip?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm serious.
for real.
Demi, I can't say, I'm going to tell you this today. On the 19th of July, 2020, go to Paris
Oh,
and get
thank you.
trained. All right?
Yeah. Yes.
It's going
Yes,
to change
ma'am.
your life.
Yes,
All
I
right?
believe that.
Yep.
Yes,
But it's been so lovely speaking to you. Thank
most
you for
definitely. It's
taking
a
the
pleasure.
time.
It's a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And you're very talented. You're very welcome, sir. And,
Thank you.
we'll keep in touch. As I said, no, definitely I'll wear some stuff. And, I'll keep a lookout. And if anything want me to share about, your fashion shows in New York,
Okay.
let's do this. And you're just going to rock. Really
Hey,
excited
that's
about your
good.
new collection. Someone said as
Thank you so
well.
much.
And I'm really inspired that you used a point in your life that was painful to create something beautiful.
Yeah, that's
That's
the only way I know
amazing.
how to, for sure.
Yeah, that's
That's the only way I
beautiful,
know.
So thank you
Yeah,
so much for your time and God
no
bless
problem. Thank you.
you.
This was fun. God
All
bless you too.
right. It was fun. And we'll catch up again soon. And you take
All
care
right.
of yourself until we catch up again.
All right, you too. See you.
All the best. See?
All
Ciao,
righty.
ciao.
Ciao,
Bye,
ciao.
honey.
Bye bye.
Bye.